Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. It's been a week for you, but it's been like 10 minutes of us bullshitting for me. And I know in the last video, it may have seemed like I was bringing the doom and the gloom, right? As we're talking about that 47,795 and all the ways to lower your costs so you can undercut prices if you need to and all of those things. But now I'm going to tell you the sweet spot in here, because anytime a market's cyclical, and every market is, we're just in a weird time because we had the whole economy stop and government free money and people like, I don't know. And we're still going to be feeling the effects of that. And we're going to feel those effects for a couple of years probably. And if we truly are in a recession, we're going to probably feel that recession for a cycle of...
Usually 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, it's usually two to 3 years, because I think it takes somebody 2 years to screw it up. And then it takes them 2 years to leave. Then we get somebody else in there who maybe doesn't screw it up, and then the next guy can screw it up. I don't care what animals by their name, but somebody will always screw it up. So anyway, that's where we're at. So we're probably going to be dealing with that for about 2 years for things to turn around. So what is going to happen in those 2 years, and how can you make those 2 years some of the best years for your ball python business? And it's really simple. One, if you listen to what we did, so you've already cut your overhead, you got that taken care of. I don't need to write it back on the board. You've got your infrastructure figured out. So then how is this going to be a profitable thing? Well, it's really simple. You're going to profit off of, how do I write stupid people nicely? What's a good way to say stupid people, Kurt? I don't want to say stupid people. That'd be wrong.
I don't know.
Less fortunate, maybe? Well, they're not less fortunate. They just didn't plan well. Help me with a good term. Caleb, what's a good term for stupid people? We don't want to say stupid people. If I call a bunch of people stupid and say you're going to make money off stupid people, this video will probably get like banned or something.
Less smarter people.
No, there's a lot of people without a lot of education who are really smart. I don't believe education equals smart. I know some really dumb educated people, some really smart people who don't have a high education. Less dumb people? Well, that would be us. We're the less dumb. We're not like geniuses. We're just less dumb. So, people who didn't think. Let's call them that. Because they're not really stupid. They just didn't think this through. They impulsed it. So how do you make money off of people who didn't think? That's one. Whoa, people who can't spell. You can make money off those guys too. That's me. Who didn't think. And then, that's one. And number two, my favorite, people who freak out. That's why the letters are all weird. They freak out. So these are going to be the people you make money off of. Congratulations, thank them. They are your friends, okay? Because now they're looking at that. There's 47,795 ball pythons in there. They can't sell their ball pythons. They start to trip balls, and they're going to be your fire sale, folks, man. They want out. They're going to fire sell everything. They want out, They don't have staying power. They don't have this. So this is your chance when that market is going down. And these people are going to drop adults in there. Some of them may not be in the best health. Some of them will be. Depends on how quick they get out. You're going to buy them, right? And you're going to be able to buy them. Because see, these folks can't take less money for a snake if the prices fall. They're not prepared for a price correction, okay? This is like the guy who is overextended on his house. He owns a house, he has a HELOC on it, he's got a second mortgage on it, and every dime in equity is all wrapped up in that house, and then the housing market corrects, and now he has to short sale it because he can't pay his bills. This is that version in the snake world, okay? Whenever that happens in the real estate world, yeah, it seems like it sucks real bad because people are losing their real estate and losing their homes and losing this, but there are some people in the background who are wolves, and those wolves are licking their chops, and they're going to make a shit ton of money. They're going to put themselves in the greatest spot ever when that market turns around. And that's what I'm going to tell you to do, okay? So one, if you can weather this storm, right away you're going to make money. Because as these people leave, if you just hold on, okay? Hold, you know what, let me erase some of this. Because we already got that. So those are people we're going to make money off of. How are we going to do it? One, we hold. First way, just hold. Be patient. Maybe you don't have the extra money to invest. Maybe you just started. You're doing the right thing. That money that you're selling your snakes, whether it's more or less, and you're going to hold. You're going to hold. What you're going to see in a few years is this number here will probably go down. If it doesn't go down, demand's going to go up. It's going to hold because people are going to leave this. Okay, some people are going to leave this because they didn't plan well, they didn't think it through, or they freaked out. So when you hold that line, which means you keep your production up, don't lower it, okay? 2, grow at a comfortable pace for you. Don't let anybody push you. What I mean is, don't let somebody like me or some other YouTuber or somebody on Facebook or some jackwagon down the street tell you what pace you have to grow at. They don't know you. They don't know your situation. You're going at a pace that's comfortable for you. If you do those two things, then after a while, then when the market corrects, you're going to be in a good spot. Why? Because half those people that got out, when the market gets going good, they're all going to be getting back in, or people just like them are going to be getting back in. So when that happens, you're already there, you're already producing, you're already up and running, you're in a great spot. So simply holding is going to make you good money in, say, 36 months or so, when that market fixes itself. Okay? Hear me? That's going to happen, because there's breeders who are going to fall off. Some big, some small, more small than big, some medium. Some just going to get out. There's always a natural attrition that's going to increase because of the market. So if you hold, you're going to be in a great spot. Okay? Number 2, where you make money, this is where the real estate comparison of the wolves comes in, is you invest. Okay? You invest. When a market is shit, when a market's going downhill, when prices are falling and people are leaving in droves, that is going to depress the pricing on their product. So you're going to buy it for lower than what true value is. Okay? That's not lower than what the market price is. The market will be lower than what true value is. If the true value is, we're going to say 100 because it's just a nice round number, and the market is trading at 20% less than true value, you're going to get into that market for 80, right? If it's trading at more than true value, it'd cost you 120. So this is normal. This is when it's high. This is when it's low. You're going to get into there when it's low. You're going to add to your collection at 80% of true value. So if you spent $8,000 over that time, we'll call it $10,000, and because it's just easier math to work with. What comma goes there? If you spent $10,000 low at 80%, that $10,000 would actually be, and this is more buying snakes. It's not really buying racks and product. If anything, that's going to cost you a little more, and it's going to stay there because of the cost of materials and whatnot. But let's say you spent $10,000. Can you take 10,000 times 1.2? However, figure that out for me. You got a calculator. If you're buying at 80% and you spend 10,000, what would that be in total true value? Because it's going to be more than 10. It's going to be like 10,000, 13,000 or something like that. Yeah, he's figuring it out. Sorry for delay. I wasn't thinking this through as I started writing it. So I had to figure out how to show this image. This is just, you're investing again, but you're buying because the market's down. This is because people are selling out. They're selling out. So that means you can also jump it, because you may get some snakes that are like 800, 900 grams that they were raising up to breed that now they're not. So it's going to save you some years. I'm not even going to factor that in. That's going to be a great thing for you. You're also going to get some breeders, people who are just fire sailing because they have to. And remember, you may be doing some of that too, because prices are low, but you're going to invest. You're going to invest at this point in time. This, when it's up here, is the worst time to invest. Now, you probably did it. So did I, because business moves on. But I'm not going to get my full market value there. I'm going to spend $120 to get $100 in value. Where here I'm spending $80 to get $100 in value. So for every $1,000 I spend, I'm going to get an extra, $2,000? Or no, every $200 in value. So I can probably do this myself. I'm getting $200 for value per every $1,000 I spent. I spent 10. That's going to be $12,000. Yep. So I'm going to get, when it comes up to here, to true, I'm going to get a true $12,000 worth of stuff. See how that's going to work? Whereas here, if I spent that $10,000, I'm only getting a true $8,000. So is that kind of confusing? A little bit? You following?
No. So basically, you would gain 20% or $2,000, and then the other way, if you buy it when it's high, you would lose to 20%.
Right.
Or you would lose
$2,000. That's based on it being 80%. It could be, that $100 could be 70 or 60. Who knows how far it's going to drop? I don't have that answer. I don't think it's going to get down to here, and this could be, we could be overinflated by 170. We don't really know. But wherever, when you're buying low, it's no different than buying stocks. Kurt really likes cryptocurrency. And when you crypto people, and I'm not into crypto, so don't start asking me crypto questions. There's more risk now. This is what I'm into. But those crypto people, they always talk about buying the dip, right? This is what the fuck you're doing. You're buying the snake market dip. Buy the fucking dip. The difference is in crypto, it goes like this. So you're trying to buy, sell, buy, sell. That's a pain in the ass. The snake market doesn't do that, okay? The snake market is going to go like this. We're going to go here. It's going to go up. Things are good. It's going to hold. It's going to come way down. It's going to get back to normal. And you're, starting out. This is you starting. This is us when it was super high. This is when it gets fully low. This right here is the best time to buy. This right here is the worst time to buy. That's pretty simple. Even if you bought here though, and you end up having to sell babies here, that's fine. Don't freak out. This is why you hold. Because you're thinking, well, why? That fucking sucks. Kind of does. But guess what? It's going to go back up. You're going to be selling those same babies here because you're going to breed those snakes you bought, even if you bought them too high when the market was high for, 15 years. So you're going to hit several cycles while you have that female. So it's fine. It doesn't matter if you bought when it's high. But if you buy when it's low, you can maximize the dollar for your investment. And that in turn makes you make more money while this market's fucked up. So I'm going to tell you, this is the time. People talk about wolves and sheep in my job a lot. And wolves and sheep is a pretty simple concept. And wolves and sheep is a real thing, I think it's overused in my line of work, personally. I think it's kind of stupid the way they use it there, but I get it. But wolves and sheep in life is kind of simple. When you have a sheep, this sheep is clueless, right? Is clueless. What I mean is, they react to what they see. They react to what's going on. They're just kind of do. They say sheep and sheep dogs in my line of work, not wolves, because wolves are predators, but we're going to use wolves, because I'm not asking to be a protector here, I'm asking to be a predator. So the sheep is clueless. It's not really paying attention to its surroundings. In this case, our surroundings being the reptile would be the market. It's not paying attention to overhead. It's not paying attention to finance. It's just kind of diddle fucking around, kind of going through life, right? You're a wolf. These people, they watch. And they wait. Okay? They pay attention. They see everything. They eat when they hunt. Eat and hunt. Be this. So what's going to happen when you're this wolf, right? You're going to watch the market. You're going to be patient when you need to. You're going to hold when you need to. You're seeing what's going on. You're not just walking through life. And when this sheep fails, this wolf is going to eat them. Yummy. That's because these people only did one thing. The only thing the sheep did, and this is the best way I can put this. This is the only way you lose in this, okay? This is a great market. Like, ball pythons has been around for a long time. This isn't a new game. Like, it's proven. It's proven that this can be successful. It's proven 1,000 times over. The sheep always follow. So that means they're buying high because that's when it's cool, right? They're buying at the height of the coolness. And then when it tanks, they get scared and they sell. If you do that, if you're a sheep and you do that, you just follow along, you buy when it's high, we've already had that time, right? And now you freak out and you sell because it's just not what you thought it was, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose your ass. Sheeps lose in this scenario. Sometimes they win. There's times where it's better to be a sheep, probably. Not today. Wolves, they're going to hold that line. They're going to eat this, make money, because they're going to buy that dip, and they're going to ride it back up. I don't know any other way to tell y'all. I mean, this one ain't going to be near as long as the last one, because surviving this market is just, it's simple, man. You set yourself up for success by taking care of what you can take care of to make it where good profits are great, lower profits are still going to be survivable and fine and no big deal for you. And then you get ready when you have an opportunity to pounce and hunt that sheep to set yourself up for when that market turns and goes back up. You're just going to kick ass. I mean, that's it. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. It's harder to do than it is to say, because it just kind of is. But obviously, because a lot of people will screw this up. But that's where you need to be. Kurt, any questions about anything you want to add? So I tried to break that down pretty simple.
No.
I mean, is that right? You're buying the dip, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you do in crypto?
You try to, but it's hard. They say you don't. You want to buy at a steady pace, not like, oh, I'm just going to buy here, because then if it goes lower, then you're still
right
losing money.
You know, and here's the thing too, when you're doing this, let's say you buy here. Oh, and it goes lower. Did you lose? No, because it's still going to be here. Maybe you buy when it starts coming back up. That's fine. Maybe buy here. Anywhere along this line that you're investing, you're getting more premium for your dollar. And even if you invest it high, if this is a normal line, let's say, that's the true market, and that's the rest of our market. Anywhere through there, it doesn't matter. You're still making money, in my opinion. And even if you buy too high, because you breed, and this is a self-replicating thing, unlike crypto, I don't buy a Bitcoin and my Bitcoin shits baby Bitcoins. That'd be fucking cool though. This does. You can still make profit on it. The only way you lose is if you get in, you're not in for very long, you dip out because you get afraid. Just don't be afraid, y'all. Don't be afraid. And when you get fearful, stop, take a deep breath, figure out what you need to do. And even if you need to shrink to stay in, shrink and stay in and get yourself reset. Follow those other things we set out, and you're gonna be great. What do the kids say now? You're gonna be Gucci. What do the kids say, Kurt? This is no caps. I can't even cap about this show. Yo's out. What's the next one? I know I've heard cap. I've been listening. I've heard that now. So I can't even cap. Maybe I'll get this video looked at if I say things like capping and what was the other one?
Bussin'.
Oh,
Bussin'. That's cool stuff, right? So I can't cap. It's bussin' to make more money. So it's bussin' to be a wolf, sucks to be a sheep, no caps. All right. Anything else you want to add, Kurt?
No.
Caleb, since you're sitting in here, anything you want to add?
No.
All right, guys. Remember, be a wolf. We'll see y'all next time.